Hey everybody, it's Dan the Red and welcome back to Shining Song, sort of like the last we left off. Well, there was more creepy shit with Oda and boredom drama, etc. All that fun nonsense. But let's get on to whatever the hell's going on now. Which I don't remember, it's been a while. As expected, the girls reacted with joy hearing the news. What news? I don't know, maybe I'll learn too. Nova news? Budokan? Oh. That speaks for itself. Thank you, Redhead. Pat pat. Alive at such a prestigious venue. Not bad, producer. Finally, a place where I may show off my golden glory. She's blonde. I couldn't think of anything else. Sue me. Don't. You're sounding awfully chipper. It's really amazing news, isn't it? The live's going to be held June 8th, just 2 months before the Grand Prix. We'll really need to hit this one out of the park to show off the strength of our candidacy this year. Rallying our fans right before we start our march to Odaiba. Let's say you got the right idea, producer. Starnova walks the warpath. Alright everyone, this is pretty self-evident, but this Budokan Live is a must-win for us. We're gonna have to sell out the house, you hear? Yep. Hey, wait. Okay, Maria, please don't run in the parade, but on the off chance, well, okay, not really off chance, on the chance that you're just going to be offering some sensible advice, but again, at the risk that you may be about to, you know, draw everyone's enthusiasm down, do go on. Did you say June 8th? You know, I wasn't paying attention. What's the in-game date? Yeah. Is there an issue with that day? An issue? Wait, producer. Did you forget? That's literally a week after Quasar's live at Budokan Special. Oh. No way. So we're going to be performing just 1 week after Quasar? And at the same venue, no less. A direct competition, huh? With all the conditions identical, people will be able to compare the two lives and decide which other group's better, even before the Grand Prix has even begun. Well, hey, this kind of coincidence is way too suspicious, you know. Soma Music probably set this up just to throw a pie into Golden Calf's face. Ooh, yeah, corporate scheming backfiring on the people that they're throwing into the fire. That's fun. That's just the kind of underhanded marketing tactic you see from huge corporations. Hey, look! Oh god, we're in the same mindset. Oh, come on, Maria. We don't know for sure. It's probably true. Anyways, it's only inevitable. We're going to have to take on the Quasar one way or another if we're really going to take the #1 spot at the Grand Prix. This will be a good opportunity for the two sides to gauge the strength. As Sun Tzu said, knowing your enemy is over half the battle. I'm expecting Natan to come in with another Sun Tzu quote. My point exactly. I said bring on the fight. She's the one who's quoted him in the... Or what? Why am I associating Natan with Sun Tzu? I don't... We're gonna do it, aren't we? We're gonna fight Quasar and win. That was our game plan all along. Sometimes the only way to settle your differences is to meet behind the shed and rumble. Pat, thank you. With Quasar's power now weakened, now is the perfect opportunity to make our move. And now you're speaking in Junie-chan's terms. Let's show those hoes just what a real idol unit can do. Okay, Julie, really please. Everyone. There we go. Yeah. I guess in the end, you just gotta do it. Shogunai. Everyone listen up. You might think Quasar's been weakened because of the sex scandal, but that's not the case at all. What do you mean? Just whose side are you rooting for here? Can you shut it for 1 second and listen? The center of Quasar, Shira, will be an unbelievably tough opponent. Her stats alone are higher than all ours put together. She's betrayed everyone and done unbelievable things to become the center of Quasar. She's an enemy who will fight without regard for her own safety, all for the sake of her victory. If she's still center of Quasar, we need to be prepared to fight with our lives on the line. Literally. Honestly, Inakita was Shiro's rival all along. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if it turns out Shiro had a hand in her sex tapes leaking in the first place. Her rival's fall most likely has only made her position stronger, so it was what Shira wanted all along. That's why we can't approach it like this like we usually do. It's going to be life or death from now on. As expected of One-sama, bringing us such good intel from behind enemy lines. One-sama's words are exactly right. From this point, it's gonna be hell. Scorched earth. Even though I wasn't a member of Quasar like One-sama, I was a Golden Calf talent too for a long time. And I can confidently say this. The way they drill idols is totally different from here. They make you dance until you puke. They sap you of your will until you're nothing more than a slave to the corporation. You don't say. It's where's this coming from? Out of left field. You know what? You take all that with a smile. You take all that with a smile on your face, because Golden Calf has both the power and the money to catapult you at the very heights of stardom, or to bury you beneath the biggest rock they can find. Listen up, ladies. That's the kind of enemy we're dealing with here. If we're gonna face him and win, we're gonna have to work hard like we've never worked before. I'm talking about practices around the clock, handshake events after every weekly theater performance, all the while performing all our scheduled jobs. You're gonna have to lay down your minds and bodies to the task. No, Mika, she doesn't mean like that. But this is our chance, you know? The best shot we'll ever have to beat Quasar and show all Tokyo this new idol unit in town. Let's do it. Let's make our Budokan the first to start of his greatest lives. She actually kind of got everyone pumped. It's like Drill Sergeant Lolly's really fired up. Just gotta get her a box to stand on so she can get up and shout in your face. Don's ready to go, full power. Well, we'll finally do it. We'll overcome Quasar. Wow, even you're being positive. That's worrying. Indeed, the writing is all but on the wall. It's not on the wall, though. Quasar's time is fading. It wouldn't be right to give nothing It wouldn't be right to give nothing but our all for Starnova. After all, we owe each other and produce on that much, don't we? It is so. Let our black songs echo eternal through the halls of Budokan. Everyone, as your center, let's light up the world and turn night into day. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. And so, the girls of Starnova practiced around the clock. I looked on with both pride and anxiety as the girls practiced until the clock hit 11 every night. This kind of training regimen was unreasonable. I couldn't condone it as a producer. Yet the girls appeared of their own volition and wouldn't leave until they had exhausted their bodies. I tried once to get them to leave. I was forceful. I was emphatic. They locked me in the broom closet. They didn't let me out until the next morning. I had to sleep on a mop. Despite limping off the dance studio every night, their bodies no doubt aching, all the girls returned the very next evening to repeat their brutal training. On top of that, the girls blew the roof off the house every weekend in what had now become their theater. Despite working around the clock, the girls performed their weekly shows flawlessly, nothing but smiles on their faces. No doubt they must have been suffering. They must have been exhausted. But they still sang and danced nevertheless. After each theater performance, the girls held a handshake event for the fans. I watched on as the 7 girls of Starnova all made their personal appeals to the fans who would come to cheer them on. This time, though, there was very strict policies in place to ensure there were no more nudie photos being taken in the dressing room, and that no phones could potentially get dropped or misplaced. Please, I ask you with all my heart, please support our candidacy for the Idol Grand Prix. You better come cheer from the time of the Budokan Live, okay? By the power of my scarlet mark, come cheer for Starnova Idol Diamond this summer. What scarlet mark? You have like a birthmark on your butt or something? I'll do my best, so please lend us your power. Quasar, come on, Starnova's much better, aren't we? There's no way those girls care about their fans. I'll do it. I'll finally overcome what happened. Please help me on this journey. The journey to overcome my past. Oh, such drama. So dark. Oh. Ellipses. Meanwhile, a bespectacled young man approached Aki's table. Oh, Aki-chan, do you remember me? Junpei Oni-chan, tee. Of course, your Remoto idol Aki remembers you. Ah, you're always the first to favorite all my chirps. Thank you so much for your support. Of course, I'll always be Aki-chan's supporter. But you know, please do not push yourself too far. Eh? What's Oni-chan mean? We know how difficult it must be to be an idol for so long. But you know, even if you grow up one day, we'll all still be here for you. Grow up one day. Dude, how old do you think? No, never mind. We'll all still be here for you, even if you aren't our Remoto idol no more. You've already done so much for us. Please don't overdo it and hurt yourself. Not for our sake. We can never live with it if our Aki-chan got hurt because of us. Ellipses. Aki looked down, momentarily at a loss for words. But the next instant, she had already swallowed her tears and faced the man with nothing but a radiant smile. Oni-chan's such a nice person, isn't he? Thank you so much. Please support Starnova at the Idol Grand Prix this year as well, okay? Of course! And so, the girls' trials continued day by day. It was grueling to have to watch her suffering, the perseverance. In some part of my mind, I wish I was young again and I too could train and work alongside them. Maybe if I could share in their pain, these hardworking girls wouldn't have to bear everything by themselves. But I knew all I could do as their producer was to fight behind the scenes. Alright, this idol producer has to play his part too. Even though I couldn't sing and dance on the stage with the girls, there was still much I had to do. There was promotional work to be done, deals to be made, support staff to be hired. I was gonna go all out too. May 24th, 2018, morning. And before anyone knew it, an entire month had passed. And I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.